as a kid who grew up in the 1990s, Hey Arnold was a must-watch for me, and when the movie just came out last week, it was like, holy crap, it's finally happening. I've been waiting for this for what seems like forever. Will we get some wrap up to this series? Will Helga finally admit her love for Arnold? Will they get together? What will happen? And it was crazy, and the movie, for the most part, answered all of my questions, and it was overall, in my opinion, very, very good and very well done. There was a few things I had gripes with. The movie was predictable at times. There was a few moments you're like, okay, I see this coming, and then, oh no, it happened the way I saw it. And we'll get to that in just a minute, but overall, I really enjoyed for what I saw, and it really made me wish that we got more of this. I mean, and we'll get that as well, but first off, let's go over the movie real quick. Just a quick rundown of what happened in the movie. Now, we start off, of course, Arnold has lost his parents. That's been a big plot point there. They went on this mission to this like jungle country way back when, and never came back. It's been a mystery. No one knows what's happened. But of course, being Arnold, he gets a chance to go to that same exact country. All he has to do is win this competition. Mr. Simmons puts him in it. And side note, I did really notice this before, but Mr. Simmons is clearly a homosexual character, which is cool, it's fine, but they never really come out and say it, but they don't say it in this movie, but they make some kind of reference to it. As everyone's saying goodbye to the loved one, Arnold's saying goodbye to his grandparents, whatever, Mr. Simmons is saying goodbye to another man, an older man, and they hug and say goodbye. They don't kiss or anything, but it's clear to say that that's about as close as you'll probably ever see as Nickelodeon putting in a homosexual character, like an openly gay character in their stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I like that. It's actually pretty awesome of them to do something like that. But moving on, so they win this competition. They go to this country, and Arnold's supposed to meet up with Eduardo, who is his parents' best friend. He still lives in the country, all that kind of stuff. But they go to his apartment. It's destroyed. It looks like someone's kidnapped him or something like that. And then all of a sudden they run into Eduardo a little bit later, and you're thinking to yourself, well, that's not really adding up. It's a little fishy. This is probably something to do with the bad guy in the movie. I can't really pronounce his name. I forgot it anyway. But you're like, okay, well, this is clearly going to be a plot point somewhere down the road. It ends up being that the guy who says who is being Eduardo gives like Arnold this amulet, tells him about the Green Eyes people, tells him all this kind of stuff. They kind of puts them in danger. They get attacked by who they think is pirates. We find out later the good guys, because the guy who's claimed to be Eduardo is not Eduardo. He's actually La Sombra, the bad guy. I know, shocker, spoiler, all that stuff, but like I said, this was pretty predictable if you were paying attention. This is something that I pretty much saw coming. So anyway, then they are in this camp. They lock up the kids. Of course, they escape, being crafty kids. Then it's revealed that La Sombra wanted them to escape because he wanted to track Arnold with the amulet to the Green Eyes people. So that was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. So we meet the Green Eyes people. They tell them about the sleeping disease and how Arnold's parents were making cures for it, but then they ran out of the cure, and how they needed to use this heart of gold to make the cure. I don't want to give the whole thing away here, but it ended up just being crazy. La Sombra ends up dying, but he takes the heart of gold with him. It falls over the cliff with him, so they can't end up making more of the cures. They find Arnold's parents, but they can't cure them. They're asleep. Then it comes to find out that they can actually use Helga's heart gold locket she's had forever with Arnold's picture in it. The thing she goes around talking to the whole time. They can use that to make the cure. And it's like this full circle. They have this really amazing moment. They're like, your heart's, it's like, it's a gold, but it's not really pure. It's like, your heart is purer than you think. And it's like, oh my god, right in the freaking feels. Holy shit. That's like, whoa. Incredible moment right there. Helga finally gets to do that kind of thing with Arnold. Love that part. It was super amazing. Good fan service there. But yeah, then that happens. They wake up. Of course, they return to New York. They're back there, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. We see Arnold going into 6th grade with Gerald, and his parents walk him to school, all that kind of fun stuff. I know I didn't go too much into the detail of the movie there. I just kind of did like a best of breakdown. But some of the things I did like about the movie I want to go into, and some of, like I said, a few of the things I didn't like. First off, let's just do the dislikes. Again, it was pretty predictable. It didn't really take a whole lot of risks, but, it's understandable. It's not going to be, some kind of crazy plotline that we've never seen before. It's going to be the standard twist. The villain or the good guy is the villain twist. That's happened in most movies before. So that's understandable. Other thing is, they was really kind of drug out. I feel like there's a lot of scenes that could have been either more quickly done or even done without. But again, the movie was like an hour and a half long, 2 hours with commercials on TV. So I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the maximum airtime out of this because they put a lot of time, money, and effort into this and advertising. So they really need to make their money back, so making it a little bit longer makes sense. So they can get more ad breaks in there, which is whatever. It makes sense. Not a huge fan of it, but I understand. Again, there's a few characters that I just didn't really feel like were themselves. I mean, I loved the way Arnold was in this movie. He felt like himself. Gerald felt like himself. His grandparents, for the most part, were amazing. I loved them. There were obviously some good movie moments in there. I actually love the Patakis. Like, their family in this is exactly how I remembered them. Bob being a total jerk, and her mother being a spacey, like, almost drugged out type person. It seems like she's always kind of quote-unquote drunk, even though they don't show her drinking. She seems like she's always so out of it, and they don't care about Helga at all. They're neglective parents. They clearly love Olga most. I think there's like one point in the movie where they're like, they get this page about Olga being in danger, and they're like, and Olga's in danger. Oh yeah, and the other one, they completely forget Helga's name, which I thought was interesting and funny. But anyway, the couple characters I didn't like were Harold and Eugene. And first off, Harold's character has always been one of my least favorite in the show. It's kind of like a a stereotypical bully. Then he's a nice guy. Then blah blah blah. But his character in this one just seemed kind of like played out. Everything he said, every time he was in the movie, and his interactions and his lines just weren't as good as the rest of the characters. And I was kind of hoping he would just kind of get off screen. Eugene, on the other hand, I don't really hate his character in this movie. I just think it's they're trying too hard here. He eats like this some kind of dragon fruit, something like that, and he gets all puffy. I get that that's his thing. That's his slapstick humor that he's always been, where he's always been the kid that gets injured, and they think that's funny, and I get that. And they actually ended up using him being so puffed out from this as a way to jump off of him and escape from this, from where they were trapped with the bad guy. So it actually kind of came full circle. So I guess it wasn't too terrible, but again, I always found his character annoying, and I guess that kind of just continued in. I guess it wasn't really the writing's fault or anything like that. I just never liked his character all that much. But for the most part, like I said, Gerald and Arnold and the grandparents and the Patakis and even Phoebe's character was actually really enjoyable in this movie. So I think they did overall a very, very good job. Now, another thing I will say that I didn't really see coming in this was the amount of like death and violence in this. I was not expecting Nickelodeon to go quite as dark as they did. There was like, I want to say like 4 or 5 actual deaths in this movie, which is more than I thought Nickelodeon would go for. I thought they'd go for 0 because it's TV for kids. I don't know. Like one guy gets like shot up with darts. A couple guys get crushed by like rocks, and then of course Osama falls off a cliff not once but twice after getting shot in the face with a poisoned dart. So yeah, that was actually pretty interesting to see. Did not see that coming at all. I also, like I said, the moments with Helga trying to confess her love, like part she's on the boat, and then like right before the pirates came, and she's like, Arnold, I love, and then like the pirates came. That part was like, oh my god, she's gonna do it, and then like kind of jerked you around a little bit there. But I thought it was still interesting, kind of kept you on your toes there, wondering if she's gonna do it or not. Some great fan service, especially early on in the movie, when they make that entry. Arnold's entry into the competition, that one that Helga puts together. It's like a clips of all the greatest things that Arnold's done for the citizens of the city, and it goes over like Monkey Man and Pigeon Man and Stoop Kid and all these characters, and Mickey K-Line and all the other people Arnold's helped throughout the original seasons of the show. And it was basically like a nostalgia trip, and that was probably my second favorite part of the movie, right before the ending. The ending was the best, but that was probably like a really good part of the movie. It was like a big, hey, I remember watching that episode when I was 10. Like, oh yeah, he did help the guy, or did help the giant sea turtle. Oh, I remember that episode now. And then all that feels came directly back flowing into me. I was like, man, I missed that episode. I missed this show. But it's absolutely great to see that. So like I said, overall, I give this movie like a 9 out of 10. It could have been better. Could have been a few things tweaked. It could have been a little shorter for commercial breaks purposes. I see why they did that. But overall, outstanding. It got everything that I was hoping out of it. I was hoping for a resolution to his parents. I was hoping for a resolution with Helga's love story. And I believe we got both of those. And along the way, like I said, we got good fan service. They paid homage to the original. They did a great job of portraying the characters and how their original feel is. And I never touched on this, but I thought the animation in this movie was also extremely well done. It was very fluid. I love the art style in this, and it was very well done. The voice acting, of course, was spot on. I loved that as well. And overall, I just really enjoyed the movie top to bottom. I give it, like I said, 9 out of 10. And another thing I want to touch on here is I would love to see them bring this back. I would love to see them bring Hey Arnold back. Now, I know a lot of people are saying the ratings weren't as good as they were predicting. They were not quite there. I don't know. I think they released this. They did it at a time. They did it like over the Friday after Thanksgiving. So I don't know. A lot of people are traveling at that time. A lot of people are still doing family dinners that Friday. So I don't know. I don't know if that was the perfect time to do it. I mean, like, I get that no one's in school and the kids are, usually around the TVs around that time. But I don't know. I wouldn't base that one airing rating as a total complete gauge of interest in Hey Arnold coming back. I think it'd be the best thing they could possibly do, bringing back Hey Arnold, because it has a fresh new take. Now his parents are back. They can have a whole new thing going on, a new season with his parents being back. We don't really know what his parents are like. They're in the movie, but they don't really do much. They don't say much. What are his parents like? Are they funny? Are they just like his grandparents? That could be a whole new season, and I would love to see it. And the creators of the show actually said back at Comic-Con that they would also love to make a new complete season of this after the movie. So they're just kind of waiting to see if Nickelodeon would be interested in doing it, and Nickelodeon might be gauging the ratings or the amount of interest. But you can check me down as someone who's interested as hell, someone who would watch it. I'd definitely watch Hey Arnold if it came back. I would freaking love to see it come back. So, I don't know. As of this point, there's no really talks of it or rumors of it. Just kind of speculation that it could be possible somewhere down the road. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Would you guys like to see new episodes of Hey Arnold new season? Because I would freaking love that. Also, keep in mind that we do have 2 more at least throwback Nickelodeon movies coming later this year. We have Rocko's Modern Life getting one. We have Invader Zim getting a movie. So those are freaking awesome as well. Don't forget about those movies coming very shortly. So yeah, Nickelodeon is doing a lot of great things right now. As of right now, they are head and shoulders above Cartoon Network, at least to me. Cartoon Network is too busy over there playing Teen Titans Go marathons 24/7 to get their head out of their ass to see what Nickelodeon's doing and how Nickelodeon is getting not 1 but 2 but 3 steps ahead of them in terms of giving the fans what they actually want and not just Teen Titans Go all day every day. But anyway, that's totally off topic. Let me know what you guys think about the movie. Did you guys love the movie? Did you hate it? Let me know your opinions on that. Also, like I said, let me know what you guys think about bringing Hey Arnold back for another season. And as always, guys, remember to smash that like button down below if you guys are fans of the series. Also, make sure to check out some of my previous Nickelodeon videos. And as always, subscribe for new videos in your sub boxes daily. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always K-Mac time somewhere. Till then, guys, take it easy and peace out. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the content on the channel and would like to help out, then check out my brand new Patreon page. Donors get access to early videos and special Patreon-only content as well. Click the link on the screen and check that out.